From my perspective, women's inability to stand up for themselves, make strong boundaries, and back people off of them with strong words and strong tone of voice and facial expression and body language is one of the real problems that we have in society today. I'm not real sure how parents are raising their daughters these days, but y'all better change up, because you have got to get your girls in order so that they know that they have the right to say no to people, and they have the right to put up boundaries, and they don't have to please other people at their expense. This letter came into the advice column and was featured in the July 19th broadcast of What the Fuck Tuesday. I again think this is such an important issue that this letter was pulled out and made into a separate video so that young women who struggle with this kind of thing can hear the advice that I gave this lady and understand what you need to start working on. It's important, it's mandatory that you be able to stand up for yourself and really reinforce your boundaries with people who want to step all over you. You can't live your life like that. This is Deb Cooper. Enjoy the video. Question number 12, female, 22 to 27, from Edmonton, Canada. Deb, how do you deal with people who won't take no for an answer? I'm really struggling and I need some help. The main issue I have is around food. I try almost everything I'm offered, but I am a fussy eater and I have a lot of allergies as well. I've noticed that it's getting to the point where all of my in-laws are being pushy. I've had to politely say no thanks to eating things offered like chocolates or cake containing things I'm allergic to. I've never had anaphylactic shock, but I've become very itchy with welts. Oh, that's one level down from it. I won't go into detail too much, but they have given me it anyway and just removed the bits that I'm allergic to. Like they don't understand that won't work. Yeah, they're stupid. I once declined a chocolate at a wedding, different people, because it had nuts. I was polite and explained, and they looked at me like absolute shit and then proceeded to hold out the box until I took one. My husband wasn't there that day as he wasn't in the country, but it felt awkward. My brother and sister-in-law are the worst for being pushy. I'm wondering if they think I'm lying and just being fussy. Even so, I have the right to decline something if it's not to my liking. They are constantly offering drinks and food and snacks. I ended up with 2 different drinks yesterday at one time because they kept forcing more stuff on us. I can't relax around them and they expect us to spend time with them a couple of times a week. Once you get there, you can't leave. We spent 10 hours there last Saturday. I try to be assertive with them and remain polite, but deep down I'm losing my patience. They are so pushy. If you try to make a move to go home, they will question you about what plans you have and why you are leaving. They even suggest sleeping over. I can't explain to them that sometimes you just want to go home and unwind. Also hate sleeping at other people's houses. I have no choice but to put up with them because they're my brother and sister-in-law. No, you don't. You do have a choice. Okay, let me go over this letter because you tripping. Okay. You around somewhere and somebody is trying to push some food on you and you say no and they give you a plate with what the item is. You're supposed to say, didn't I just tell you no? And you say it in that tone of voice. What part of no do you not understand? I said no, I'm not gonna eat it. And you say it with that tone of voice. I can see you now being all weak and mousy. Oh no, I have an allergy, this and that. Nobody's gonna listen to you. Put some damn bass in your voice and frown your face up like you mean business. If they get real food, like they try to force it into your head, then knock it the shit to the floor. I said no, God damn it. I'm not gonna eat it and I'm not gonna drink it. Now, the other thing I want to warn you about is when you have people like this that don't believe that you have allergies, they're going to tell you there's something safe and it's not going to be, and you're going to have a reaction. Get you an EpiPen and make sure you carry it with you everywhere you go. I have one. Actually, I have 2. I have one in my car and I have one in my purse. So I can get to it. No matter where I am, I can get to it just in case. Okay? Because after my shrimp moment that took me to the emergency room and almost had me checking up out of here, please. I want to have 5 EpiPens, I swear. I just want to have one just on me everywhere I go. Taking a bath, I want an EpiPen. It was so scary. Okay, so now let's see. So they hold the box and tell you took one. That's what I'm saying. You don't take one. You could have turned and walked away. Why did you just stand there? You don't have to stand there and you don't have to take one. Stop giving in to people. You're teaching them that if they just talk shit enough to you that you'll give in. Don't have any kids. Because this is the kind of thing that you're going to run into. You will be the worst mother ever. Your kids will never have any discipline or rules. Okay, then your brother and sister-in-law wants to expect you to see them a couple of times a week. Drop that shit down to twice a month. I don't know who you need to see. I don't want to even see myself 2 or 3 times a week. And you seeing them, let your husband go. It's his brother or whatever. Anyway, it's his family. So you stay home or get in your car and go somewhere else where you can have peace. Have lunch with your girlfriends or go to a movie by yourself or something. You don't have to go to their house. If they come to yours, say, well, it's nice to see you guys, and then you leave. Let them be there with your husband. You do that enough times, they'll stop coming around and they'll stop bugging because they'll see you want to be bothered with their asses. And all this explaining, you ready to go, you get your shit and go. Oh my God. I had that on the phone the other day. Okay, I'm trying to, because it gets dark, right? And since the stroke, I try to walk like every day. It may only be 20 minutes, but I was talking to him and it was getting to the point where before I could finish, it would be dark outside. And so I'm trying to hurry up and get off the phone so I could take my walk. I need to get off the phone. 10 minutes later, he's still, I said I need to get off the phone so I could take my walk. Oh yeah, And then he just kept talking. So anyway, I'm changing clothes and everything. I'm still listening to him because, I got to change the stuff anyway. No big deal. I put on my heart rate monitor, all the stuff. Put my shoes on. I said, okay, well, I'm ready to go now. I need to go. 5 minutes later, he's still talking like he just didn't even hear. I said, dude, I've got to go. I'm going to hang up now. I'll talk to you next week. Click. And that was that. I didn't give him a chance to keep me on the phone anymore because the other time was spent, getting ready. But once I was ready, I'm sitting there on the couch with my shoes on and stuff and getting impatient because he kept fucking talking and wasn't talking about nothing anyway. Well, I move slow, Brian, so it takes me about 10 minutes to get, changed. I can't move it like I used to. So it took me a little bit to get myself together, put on my walking shoes, my walking pants, my socks, and a different shirt and that kind of stuff. So, it was fine. He could still talk, while I was doing that. It was no problem. But since I had warned him that I was getting ready to go for a walk and getting ready to hang up, normally people start like winding things up. That's what I thought he was going to be doing while I changed. But then I said, okay, I need it. And he want to still talk. I have to leave now. But anyway, that's what you have to do, lady. You need to get you some cojones and stop just letting these people push you around. I'm not going to nobody's house 2 or 3 times a week. 10 hours on Saturday. If you see me for 2, it's a fucking miracle. I try to be in and out in 2 hours. I don't see any reason to be anywhere for more than that.